Hey, hi friends. Welcome back to Bhau-Automation Lab once again. And the previous video session, we have learned how to get required test data for our all these two test cases using this JSON file, right? So we can see here now lots of things in our framework code we have done like there is no hard coded value here, right? For example, we are created page object, best test config file, and also JSON file as well. And we have nothing is hard coded in our test cases right now, but still something we required to change. For example, here we have expected result, still we have defined as a hard coded value here in this first test cases. Also in second test case as well, we have defined this expected result as a hard coded value. Okay, so how to take this from any another like file, we will learn that one practically in this session. So watch this video very carefully and you will learn lots of things in this video. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start with our session. So to take this expected result file, we will use the XML file or string.xml file to read and like add this required test data in that string XML file, and we'll get that text data, expected test data here, and we'll add that one. Okay, expected result. This is the strings values. Okay, so we'll create a one string.xml file for it, and using that string.xml file, we'll read that data and store it here. Okay, so before starting, we'll create a one XML file here. So let's create a one folder inside this resource folder again. Here is we have created test data folder. Same way we can create here expected result strings. Okay, one folder I have created. Inside that, let's create a one file which call as expected results string.xml. Okay, so extension is XML for this file. Okay, so we can start to write a XML file here. So there are lots of syntaxes here. I don't want to waste that time. So I have already created one XML file for our this particular test cases, required test cases. I will explain it that. I'll just copy and paste it in the XML format here. Okay, so here this is the resource tag. Inside that we have a string tag, and string name is equal to whatever we required here. We'll add that one. Like error message invalid username, and the invalid username error message should, after entering invalid username, the password is required should be the error message. Expected product title after successful login. So this is the product is the expected title. So we have created this XML file inside this string.xml, right? So now how to read this XML file? Okay, so to read that XML file, I will create one more package in the main Java right now. Okay, so let's create a one package like a com.bs.utility. Utility. Okay, this is the one name we have created. The same way utility we have created here. And inside that, let's create a one class name as utility. Okay, I will create. Okay, so this utility class is created. First of all, let's go to our base test. See here. Okay, so here duration of seconds we have defined as a hard coded value. So I just want to take this as a global as well. So in our utility class, let's create a one global variable for this. Let's say public static we can say long wait is equal to uh, 25 seconds. Okay, public static long wait is equal to 25 seconds, and we'll just go to our base test and change it to now utility. Go to our base test. Okay, just type here like a utility. Okay, we have done here something spelling mistakes, I think. Let's change it to utility. Yeah, this is the mistakes. Okay, so this is our utility class dot wait. Okay, now this is no more hard-coded value here, 25 seconds as well. Whenever we require to change this wait time to 5 seconds, you can just change here and it will automatically apply for the all the your framework structure. Simple. Now, same way, I want to read this XML text file through this utility class only. So I have created the method for it already. So I don't want to waste this time because this is the one time activity we need. You just need to add in our framework. Okay, you do not like remember or do not need to remember this code again and again. Okay, so I'll just paste that code here. Okay, and just add the imports, Control Shift O. All the imports should be from org.w3dom elements. Okay, I'll just imported all the elements, required elements, and finish it. Okay, so I'll explain you this code. We have created one hash map here using required string because we required a string here. And also we have created builder factory class. Through the document builder class is used for to parse any XML file. Okay, so we are parse that XML file using this document builder class. Okay, we have created one root folder, get document elements. So through that we can get the document element as a resource. After that, we have created one node list for this string tag using get find elements tag name. So here we have string tag and we have get all the list of this particular string tags, which is here, all the string tags. Okay. And inside that string tag, we have just created one loop. Through that, we have let's just iterate till that uh, length of that particular strings. Okay, that tags. And after that tags, we will get the tags and we will get the attribute of name. So this is the name. Okay, and the attribute is this. And through that attribute, we'll get the text of that attribute using the get content method. Element dot get text content method. And we'll get the data, iterated data, whatever we required for here. If you have like a 50 or 15 or 1,000 string tags here, it will read iterate till all the last tag and take whatever you define the attribute file attribute in your like test cases. It will return the required uh, expected data, test data for that. Okay, so this is how we can create or read this particular XML file. Okay, so let's go to utility class again. Okay, and it will return the string map. So it will return as a string map. But how to implement this? So before running any test cases, our control always go to the before test class, right? So here we have defined or we have created our this property files also. We have initialized that property files as well. Same way we require to initialize our XML file as well. So that before running our any test, it will come to our before test class and it will initialize our string.xml file and get the required expected result. So how to create that? So globally, I'll just create one variable here. Okay, one hash map here to read that file. So we can simply create a hash map public static and we can define as a hash map. Okay, hash map, and inside this hash map we require to define as a string. We require to take string values. Okay, so comma string and let's name it as a, we can say strings. Strings is equal to new, same way hash map. We have created one hash map object and string. Simple. We have created one hash map object. Also initialize one input stream. What I initializing, understand properly, guys. Input stream string is. Okay, I have defined it. Input stream as a string is. Now let's come to your before test method. And after this property.load file, let's create a string.xml path. So here we have stored that XML file. And let's create a path for it. XML, you can define as a file path. Okay, and where we have defined here. Okay, so previously we have given this entire syntax here. Okay, But to read a XML file, we not required to give the entire syntax. Okay, we'll just type like a folder name and our XML file path. So I'll just copy this one from here. So this is our folder name, and slash, we can give this XML file path. Okay, now let's use this string input stream. Okay, string is, which is we have defined as the input stream, is equal to, let's type a gate class. Okay, and using this gate class, we can call gate class loader, and inside that gate class loader, let's call get resources string name. Okay, so here get resources string name will pass as a this XML file path. Perfect. Now we have defined this. Now let's create an object of this our utility class. Utility, let's say we can see, is equal to new utility. Now let's define this utility as global. You can define as utility. Okay, so we have done till utility. Now let's call the strings here. Okay, and the string is equal to, let's say, utility dot get string XML, input stream, and let's call this string dot is inside this. Okay, let's hover on it and add through declarations. Now let's understand this code. Okay, so we have created XML file path here, which we have created XML file inside this. Through this get class and get class loader get resource stream as a file path, we are accessing that file path. Okay, that file, and through our utility object, we are through this string hash map. Okay, we are accessing using this particular hash map method, that particular XML file. Simple. So this is the code to access that XML file. Using, as we have created string is, this one as an input stream, and the strings which we have created as a hash map. From that utility class, we are passing that string XML file. Okay, with this input string. Simple. This is the very simple code. Just like path to our string XML file, then loader through that we can get resource stream as a file XML file path. We are getting that class. We are creating an object out over this utility class, and using that object, we are accessing our like this method, hash map method, and through that hash map method, we are passing this string XML file. Now, how to use that one in our particular test? Okay, so let's come to here. Private. Okay, so we have created password is required, right? Also same expected result we have defined here. Password is required. Now error message valid username, through that we can get the test, right? So let's come here. And let's type here like now utility dot sorry, string hash map string dot, let's say, get what object key we required in our username. Okay, so let's pass this from here, error message from username, and let's pass it here. Okay, so it will directly through this string hash map, it will read the text value containing inside this key, string name key, error message invalid. So it will return password is required. Okay, so this is our expected test result for our first invalid username login test, right? And the same way we required products as a here. Okay, product as a expected result string. So let's type here string again string from hash map, right? String dot string s dot get. Now again object key. What object key is required right now? Is this one, expected product title after successful login, right? So it should be written products. So come here and let's pass this one. Okay, so there is no more hard coded values in our test cases right now. There is nothing hard coded. Like we have created page object, we have created test data from the JSON file, and we have also expected results we are taking from this our XML file. Okay, now let's save this program and run it and check whether we are able to successfully get that data or not. Okay, I will just print this values here in the system.out.println for understanding purpose right now. Okay, I will just change it to read so that we'll completely know yes, it's printing properly. And here also ERR, so it will print in console as a read value. Okay, so let's run this program. Here we have console server Appium server setup. Here we have emulator. Let's run and see whether we are able to execute this properly or not. Resources, let's see. Appium log is coming. Okay, it's launched our Swablog demo app. Yes, enter invalid username. Yeah, it's capture. Okay, perfect. Let's second state test case started and products. Perfect. So we are able to read our expected results from this string. What if you have like a multiple this, you can just add it whatever expected values, you can simply add it here and it will automatically work. And here we go, we have print that values also here, products and password is required, which is we have printed here, right, in the red. So we are using this string class, we are successfully get the expected results from this string.xml file, right? So we have developed the entire TDD framework here. Okay, so some other things also be required to added in this Appium framework. So we'll continue this session in next chapter. Okay, till time if you have any doubt related to this session, you can simply ask me or comment out me. I will give the answer related to this. Okay, so let's meet in the next chapter. Till time, have a great day. Bye bye.